Today on L&V Tutorials, I'm going to show you how to create rhinestone dangle earrings. Let's get started. So to begin, I have these rhinestone strands. You'll see I have some little connector clasps. Sometimes they're called slider clasps. It just kind of depends where you purchase them. 2 of those. I have 2 ear wires, again, also referred to as earring hooks sometimes. And I have about 3 feet of this rhinestone chain. So the idea is that we're going to cut little strands of this and connect them to the slider clasp. I'm going to begin by counting out how many little rhinestones are on here. And to start, I want, let's say, about 10 hanging out. So I'm going to cut this so that there are 11 rhinestones. So I counted out 11 and just used a pair of scissors. Those cut through it pretty easily. What I'm shooting for is having these taper off to a smaller length. So it'll go from 11 to, as I'm counting out here, 10. Let me cut that. And then we'll go down to 9, 8, 7, 6, and so on. I think I should be able to fit 7 or 8 strands. So you can see, we start with the longest. It's going to slowly get a little bit shorter. So we did 11, 10, now we are on 9, counting out 9. There we go, and I'll lay that one right beside it. Pretty simple. And obviously, I would do the same for the second earring as well. So I'm going to go ahead and continue cutting these. And like I said, I think I'm going to be able to fit 8 on here. It's looking like probably 8 is how many I'll fit. Now that we are back, I've cut all the strands. So we went from 11 down to 5. And I'm going to grab the longest one and just fit that into the little spot. Oh, I've got a little piece sticking out here that's in the way. Let me trim that off real quick. Little just piece of metal from the backing. It's preventing it from sliding into the clasp. Okay, so now that one's in. So you can see why they call it a slider clasp. Then we're going to go to the next one. And you can see laying on my table here, I already have the first one done just to show you for reference. So I'm going to continue sliding all of these in, going from longest to shortest. And depending on the class, some of these are really little and some are big. The same goes with the strands of rhinestones. I have some that I offer my class. These are about 2 millimeter little segments of rhinestones. Or, you know, each little rhinestone is about 2 millimeters. I also have some that are 1 millimeter. So obviously that would take a smaller slider clasp. So let's finish this up here. And then you can close this up with your pliers. So you can see how pretty that is. You can take your pliers and kind of close it. Some of them I feel like are just as easy to just use your hand. I'm going to go ahead and use my finger there and just close that end up. So that'll keep them from sliding back out. So you can see what it looks like. Let me lay it down here. All finished up, and they hang. It's a very nice taper from long to short. And then what we're going to do now is grab the ear wire, open up the loop on that, hook the slider clasp on, and then I'm going to close the loop back. So that is what the finished earring looks like. Let me lay it out here again so you can see it. There we go. Go ahead and finish up the other. And you can see now our finished product. So that is it for this tutorial. I will be sure to include all of the links below. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and please share, comment below if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.